Welcome to the session. We are here to discuss about the one of the main topic in analytical reasoning, that is blood relation. This type of reasoning questions are mainly asked in SBI and some other bank exams, competitive exams and job interviews, written tests. Let's go into the topic. Starting with the basic definition, we have here blood relations means persons of a family connected by relationships like father, mother, son, daughter, brother, sister, grandfather, grandmother, uncle, aunt, like this, our family relationship representing the family tree. Questions in this type of reasoning on family blood relationship are about the relationship of a particular person with another person of the family based on the chain of relationships between other members of that family. Now, this type of questions will increase the student's ability to solve complex issues where confused data is existing. If you have to solve this kind of questions, we have to get used to the terminology which is used in the questions. So now here uh, sentences will be like indirect speech, and you can see here grandfather's or grandmother's only son, which is nothing but a father. Yes, you can see here, imagine yourself being at the center as the main person of your family, and then think of the further generations and also your next generations. If you try to imagine the before and after generations of starting from your place, it is easy for you to understand the concept. Now you can see here a few terminology which you have to remember, that is like a few like brothers or sisters son, nephew, and brothers or sisters daughter, niece, and uncles or aunts son or daughter called as cousins. Now, sister's husband, brother-in-law, brother's wife, sister-in-law. So these are the peculiar terms which we will be not using in a daily basis. So these things you have to remember. So remaining grandparents, father, mother, all these things are very easy to remember. Yes, points to remember here is questions may be asked in deduction method or a pictorial method. We'll try to solve the questions basing on a flowchart or a diagram which is representing, and you can easily understand the relationship. Identify the relationship but not with the names, because there are certain names common for both the genders. Yes, this you can understand once we go solve the problems. Yes, you can see here, once you draw the flow chart, it is easy for you to understand. Like suppose father and mother. Every case you can equate uh, male as plus, female as minus sign, and then if you keep on drawing the flow chart, it is easy for you to proceed and understand the question. The blood relation questions have several variations to test the understanding and interpretation capabilities of the candidates. Yes, this is again the same basic terminology which you have to remember. My mother's or father's son is my brother. You have to remember here in the questions a different kind of speech will be used to make you uh, understand the concept in a confusing way. So you have to be cautious. Sometimes the question will be starting as my son's or daughter's son. So it indicates that you are the first person. So then the flowchart will start beginning from the you as a first person. Yes, prerequisites to go for solving the this kind of reasoning questions is the first one, father's father, grandfather. Mother's father is maternal grandfather. Yes, these are the two different types which we have, that is paternal and maternal. Father's side it is called as a paternal and mother's side it is called as a maternal. So now grandfather from father's side is called as a paternal side and maternal side it is it means mother's father. Yes, and grandfather's son. It may be father or uncle. These two options you have to remember. And grandmother's son. It may be again father or uncle. This you have to remember. Remaining all are simple our day-to-day things. Now, this is how we have to proceed with the generation. Suppose if the question starts with you as a son. Then, once you go through the question, you have to draft the before and after generations as a form of a flowchart. Then it will be easier for you to understand the relationship which is being asked. Now, this is called as a relationship chart. We may or may not get all relations while dealing with the questions, but it's our duty to know all relations before going to start solving the questions. Now, in this process, there is a different terminology which is called as first cousin, second cousin, third cousin, etc. are on the same generation level as yourself. For example, if you have common grandparents, then you are equal to two generations away, making you first cousin. If you have common great grandparents, then you are equally three generations away, making you second cousin. So, this is the typical terminology which we will be using, that is first, second, and third cousin. Yes, in detail you can see here you are a cousin or first cousin to the child of your uncle or aunt. Second cousin. What is second cousin means? You are a second cousin to the children of your parents' first cousin. Yes, this is how you have to make out the initial definitions which is been using a specific terminology. Yes, you can see here clearly in the chart first cousin twice removed, second cousin once removed. As the generation passes, it is been treated as once removed, twice removed. Like this, it will be added into the flow chart. Yes, here you can see the deduction method or a pictorial method of approach to solve the problems. There are three types in this reasoning questions, that is deciphering, jumbled up descriptions, relation puzzle, coded relation. These are three different types which we have in the blood relation reasoning questions. So what is this deciphering jumbled up descriptions? In this type of questions, a roundabout description is given in the form of certain small relationships, and you are required to analyze the whole chain of relations and decipher the direct relation between the persons concerned. Means the question will not be asked in a straightforward sentence, but it will be twisted and roundabout question so that it will confuse you. Now, second type is relation puzzle. In this, the mutual blood relations of more than two persons are mentioned. Analyze the given information, work out on a family chart. We can solve these things. And the third one is coded relation. In this type of questions, the relations are represented by certain specific codes or symbols. As we can see that hashtag, asterisk, all these symbols will be given and equated these symbols to the particular relation. And then a typical code will be given. You have to find out the relation between that particular variables. Yes, going in deeper, whenever you're solving the problem, you have to keep it in your mind. This left hand side, the chart which is showing the relations of a paternal side and the maternal side should be uh, available and you should learn this thing. Now, once the chart is ready with you, initially while solving the questions, keep this chart ready with you so that you don't get confused. Once you keep on solving the problems, you'll get used to it and later you may not require the chart. Now, coming to the first question, pointing to a photograph of a boy, Suresh said, "He is the son of the only son of my mother." How is Suresh related to that boy? Now, try to specify or try to understand in the question the starting first sentence. Pointing to a photograph of a boy, Suresh said. Now, keep yourself in the Suresh position and you can say, you can imagine that you are pointing towards a photograph of a boy and you are saying, "He is the son of the only son of my mother." So it means that you are pointing at the picture and saying that that person is the son of only son of my mother. Yes, so here it is indicated that Suresh is related to that boy as father. Yes, how we can mention that the boy in the photograph is the only son of Suresh's mother. Suresh mother only son is he himself. The son of Suresh is now, it is nothing but the answer is Suresh is the father of the boy. Now for the same thing in the same manner we have one more example, that is introducing a boy. A girl said, "He is the son of the daughter of the father of my uncle." Yes, whenever such a jumbled up sentence is given where direct speech through direct description the relationship is not mentioned, so you have to go through with your own flow chart as the father of the boy's uncle. So who is that person? The grandfather of the boy. And daughter of the grandfather, who is that? It is nothing but the sister of father. And then you can see that it is easy to answer. It is brother. Boy and the girl is nothing but they are brother and sister. Now, next pattern which we have discussed as a coded system. Here the plus sign is given some meaning, minus sign is given some meaning, and later a different kind of variables are used in the options to understand. Now A plus B means A is the brother of B. A minus B means A is the sister of B. And A into B means A is the father of B. So now which of the following means that C is the son of M? If you can go through here, It is like all the options you have to try, then only you can make out what is the correct answer. Yes, see, A plus B means A is the brother of B. Minus sign indicates sister relation, and into multiplication sign indicates a father relation. So basing on that, if you start simplifying each and every option, option A, B, C, D, you can see here M into N, M is the father of N minus C, N is the sister of C, and C plus F, C is the brother of F, hence M is the father of C, or C is the son of M. So this is how you have the D as the correct option. Let's see one more example. If A is the brother of B, B is the sister of C, and C is father of D, how D is related to A? Now, among this A, B, C, D, in every variable, it is not mentioned here which is male or female. But for you few options already we can see here C is the father of D. It means C is male. Now B is a sister of C. It means B is female. So there you can indicate the exact uh, male or female, but for the remaining options it will be a difficult thing. So in such a cases you can solve as keeping in your mind at every stage two options. It may be a male or a female, so it depends upon the next clue which you are getting through your answers. Now see here, if D is male, the answer is nephew, right? If D is female, the answer is niece. So now, because of which we are not able to opt either the C option nor the B option. So we are here, you can choose here cannot be determined, because a clear information about male or female for every variable is not mentioned. So you can see here niece, a daughter of one's brother or sister, or of one's brother-in-law or sister-in-law. Nephew means a son of one's brother or sister, or one's brother-in-law or sister-in-law. So like this nephew and niece term will be using for a multiple options, which is a confusing task, and we cannot justify that any of these A, B or C will be your answer. So the answer is cannot be determined. Now coming to the next example, again the coded one. The question is described in the first 3 points, where M percentage N means M is the son of N, M at the rate N means M is the sister of N, M dollar sign with N means M is father of N. So now with this description, further questions, sub questions will be given, 4 or 5 sub questions. So where you have to solve the terminology given here. For the first option, which of the following shows the relation that S is the father of Q? Then you have to take each and every option, try to apply the above three description link, and then try to find out what is the option giving you the answer. Suppose I'm starting here with an option of S at the rate P. S at the rate P means S is the sister of P. Now P is linked with Q as with the dollar sign. Dollar sign indicates that P is father of Q. Yes, if P is father of Q and S indicates sister of P, it means that S and P are brother and sister, and then we have here P and Q related to the uh, father relation. So now this is of no use for us because we want the relation for S, which is nothing but the relation that S is the father of Q. So you have to solve each and every option again, applying the first three description points of the question, and once you can see, you will be having some conclusion. And here the present option D is the answer. So now second question basing on the same description you have here, that is, which of the following shows the relation that C is the granddaughter of E? Now here also you have to be little fast in analyzing each and every option. Try to solve the each and every option separately, and it's not like suppose if you get the answer in the B option, it's you should solve the remaining options also because it might be a bit confusing. So all the four options you have to check, then only you should decide whether the C is the correct option or not. Here it is explained that C at the rate B implies C is the sister of B, and B percentage F indicates B is the son of F, and with this 2 you can tell that C is the daughter of F. And next we have F percentage E, it means F is the son of E, and hence we can say that C is the granddaughter of E. Now if you keep solving, taking some previous papers, it will become easy for you to analyze. Only with lots of practice, you will be able to understand how the clue is included in the question. So keep preparing. Thank you.